It's April 21st, 1997, and this is episode 206 of WWF Monday Night Raw. Commentary for the night is Vince McMahon, JR, and Jerry the King Lawler. Raw is War opens with Stone Cold Steve Austin making his way to the ring. Vince is in the ring with Austin. Vince tells us that next month Stone Cold will get a WWF title match against The Undertaker. Austin then quickly turns his attention to Bret Hart. Austin says that last night the world saw him take out Bret Hart with his own sharpshooter. Austin then calls Bret Hart out and challenges him to a street fight, and says he's got 1 minute to answer his challenge or he'll come back there and get him himself. We then get a countdown on the Titantron. The Titantron counts to 0 and Austin says that he knew Bret Hart wouldn't come down. Bret then appears on the Titantron with the Hart Foundation. Bret says he accepts Austin's challenge tonight. Bret then targets the American fans, calling them out for supporting Steve Austin. Austin then heads backstage looking for Bret Hart. Now for the first match of the night, the Sultan with the Iron Sheik is taking on Ahmed Johnson.
We can galvanize an entire nation, something Nelson Mandela even has not as revered here in the United States. Is Ahmed? Forget about it! Just last night. And again for the benefit, and the nation will disband. And look at that! Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Ahmed Johnson, maybe. Wow, driven through the.
Boy, the Broome County Arena is sold out to the max.
Look at Ahmed! You're live, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah!
Just as it looks like Ahmed is going to finish the Sultan, the Nation's music hits and they stand on the ring. Ahmed leaves the ring to confront the Nation. However, the Sultan would attack Ahmed from behind. With Ahmed down, the Nation starts to make their way down the ramp.
Walking down here. This is bad.
But Ahmed would pull a 2x4 from under the ring, and the Nation would start to walk back up the ramp. Ahmed then attacks the Sultan, disqualifying him. Ahmed would continue his attack on the Sultan as if he's sending a message to the Nation. After the match, Steve Austin is trying to break into the Hart Foundation's locker room. Bret tells Austin through the door to go to the ring and he'll fight him there. We then head to the announcers at ringside. Vince gives us an update on Vader, who is currently in a Kuwait prison after a confrontation on a Kuwait talk show. We then move to Ken Shamrock, and Shamrock discusses his upcoming match with Vader next month, if Vader can get back to the States. He then calls out Mike Tyson, and challenges Tyson to a match. Stone Cold heads out to the ring to take on Bret Hart. Bret is stalling, but Austin is waiting patiently in the ring for Bret. Finally, Bret's music hits and heads down to the ring, very slowly. Bret isn't getting into the ring, and keeps stalling. Hart and the Bulldog then attack Austin from behind, and Bret jumps into the ring to continue the attack. The Hart Foundation beat down Austin. From the crowd, Shawn Michaels jumps over the barricade with a chair, and chases off Owen and the Bulldog, leaving Bret alone with Austin.
To finish this off, was it for all?
They dissecting Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's
Austin again, unconscious. Oh no! Came from. And just like he did last night. Tap.
driving the steel chair right into the ligament.
Bret Hart, who has nothing but contempt.
The sharpshooter. The sharpshooter.
And this time, there's
His own hole at the hands of Stone Cold.
Austin locks Bret in the sharpshooter and refuses to let go. Referees and agents have to tear Austin off of Bret.
in terms of their. And finally,
After a commercial break, we are back in the ring with Bret. Owen and the Bulldog have returned to help Bret. Bulldog is telling the EMTs that Bret's leg is broken. After their frustration with the EMTs, Owen and the Bulldog carry Bret backstage. Gorilla Monsoon then kicks Austin out of the building after his attack on Bret Hart.
Don't you get it out! I'd rather get that guy! I'll cut you a damn
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Moving to the next match. Salvatore Sincere is taking on Tiger Ali Singh.
What about him?
Yeah, he looked. That was only because. Wow!
And now, knowing the kind of volunteer.
During the match, we head backstage with the Hart Foundation as Bret gets medical treatment.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's put.
You might be right. Oh my goodness. Who's I guess to fill.
Tiger Ali Singh wins the match with a spinning wheel kick. After the match, we move again backstage where Bret Hart is being loaded into an ambulance. As they close the ambulance doors, we see Austin in the driver's seat. Austin then continues his attack on Bret Hart.
We're going straight to hell.
Let's go.
Oh my God, look at this!
He's inside.
Oh my God, look at
The next match is a rematch from last night's In Your House pay-per-view. Jesse James is taking on Rockabilly with the Honky Tonk Man.
We're back live, ladies and gentlemen, and look at this. And, oh, look out.
They beat the New York Mets. Well, that's
Oh! For grit you are.
me.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
as well. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Bret Hart's career. Huh?
Oh!
Hey, this is
But,
shit.
oh!
No.
Bringing neck breaker.
Rockabilly wins the match with a shake, rattle and roll. After the match, Jesse James attacks Rockabilly, and the Honky Tonk Man heads in and gives the assist.
Oh! Oh! Come on!
A chart buster, a head buster.
We then head backstage to Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold arguing between themselves, whilst Gorilla Monsoon is trying to calm them down. It appears that Austin is upset with Michaels for helping him earlier in the night. Next we move to the Boiler Room with Mankind. Mankind is talking about the injuries that Paul Bearer received at the hands of The Undertaker last night, after The Undertaker burnt his face. It's now time for tonight's main event. The Undertaker is taking on Hunter Hearst Helmsley with Chyna. The Undertaker wastes no time and attacks Hunter before he can get to the ring.
Undertaker in a real, who brought in that flammable material last night. And as JR aptly said earlier, he wasn't bringing it for a weenie roast.
Be there, probably will be there for a while.
Oh.
Good move by
And-
Helms to call Steve Austin on May the 11th.
Like, of the 6'9", 300 plus WWF champion. Although he is scheduled to join us.
Oh, run that. And Owen Hart, I'm looking for Austin. This is that. There's some tendon strength for you.
Helmsley, look out! Does not feel as much pain. Oh, as much WWF.
Look at this. Ooh. Deep in the...
Kansas City, always great WWF country.
During the match, the camera pans to the crowd where we see Marlena and Goldust in the crowd, not dressed in their usual gear.
That's the difference.
And then again, Bulldog and Owen.
The camera pans to the stage where Mankind is heading to the ring with a blowtorch.
Torch! Mankind! Hey, somebody's got to stop that!
Mankind hits The Undertaker with the blowtorch to end the match.
Oh, right in the face.
Mankind gets the better of The Undertaker and tries to burn him, but The Undertaker recovers and brawls with Mankind into the crowd.
Man, right after him! Mankind! Try
Chyna is watching The Undertaker and Mankind fight in the crowd when Marlena chokes her with her purse. Goldust then jumps the barricade and attacks Hunter. Agents and referees head down to break them up before the commercial break. Stone Cold heads out to the ring to speak with Vince McMahon again. Vince is asking Austin to address what he's done tonight. Austin says he told the world he'd send Bret back to Canada, and he did just that. Austin then turns on the fans saying that they didn't help him, he did it all by himself. Austin then says that it's 1 down and 2 to go, next being Owen Hart and the British Bulldog. Vince then asks Austin to address his upcoming match with The Undertaker. Austin says that The Undertaker can bring his tombstones if he wants, but don't forget to bring his WWF title, but he's going to be taking that from him. Owen Hart and the British Bulldog then attack Steve Austin.
Who's at the hospital?
Vince tries to interfere, but Owen pushes him away. Shawn Michaels again runs in to save Steve Austin from the Bulldog and Owen.
Of his business, but Shawn Michaels came in anyway. Who's he trying to say?
As Austin is recovering, Brian Pillman hits the ring and attacks Austin.
You better get back in there, McMahon. I'll kill him.
I'm not about to go. And Pillman chasing the officials out of the ring.
Once again, Shawn Michaels runs in to save Austin to end Raw.
Not over.
Before we finish, please comment on your favorite part of the show. Mine was the Bret and Austin saga throughout the night. The story was weaved through the entire episode. You never knew when something was going to happen. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, if not a thumbs down, and I'll see you on the next one.